All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Club Helsinki Virtual Open Mic. Hey, Ryder.
Hi, Cameron.
You are in the wilds of the Great Northeast.
Yes, I am. I'm doing a little retreat / quarantine. Working on some new songs and I don't know, getting out into the woods in this cold weather.
Getting out into the woods. Yeah, right on. Well, that looks comfy. I got my wood stove going too.
Ooh.
Starting to get winter around these parts.
Yeah.
All right, welcome everybody. I'm Cameron. I'm your host. This is Ryder, our co-host. She's coming to us from the wilds of Vermont. I'm coming to you from New York State, just this side of the Hudson River. And we got a great night tonight. We have a lot of new artists submitting, and we got a new charitable cause that we're going to be promoting for the holidays we're excited about. All right, so we're going to start with an artist named Rissy Palmer. She's an American country music artist. She debuted in 2007 with a single called Country Girl that made her the first African-American woman to chart a country song since Donna Mason in 1987. She's performed at the White House. So she shares, along with our Professor Tony Coraldo, he's a bona fide White House performer. We may have others, I'm not sure, but Rissy has. And she is coming to us from Sewickley, Pennsylvania. And then we have Tyler Levs, who is also a new submitter, I believe. He's coming to us from Peterborough, New Hampshire. Nice piece he does on the beach, and you can certainly hear the ocean. And the name of the song is Struck. So Rissy Palmer and Tyler Levs, everybody.
Brothers and sisters, don't believe what you've been sold. They can bury your body, but never touch your soul. They built you a prison, locked up your mind, made you think you're nothing, and filled your head with lies. Can't act too free, act too proud, shine too bright, speak too loud. When they try to cut you down, that's when you gotta stand your ground. When they bury our dreams, we push them up through concrete. We growing where they can't see. These roots run deep, cause we are seeds. When we rise up, no weapon can stop us. No wall can block us. No hate can stop love. We are seeds. Yeah, I said we are seeds. Oh yeah. Mothers and fathers, ancestors of this earth, bring your strength and wisdom. Teach your children what they're worth. Cause armed with truth and mercy, they won't fall to anyone. Standing on our shoulders, reaching for the sun. When they bury our dreams, we said the battle is now. We are the army. I said the battle is now. We are the army. I said the battle is now. It's now. It's now. Right now. Hey, when they bury our dreams, we push them up through concrete. We growing where they can't see. These roots run deep 'cause we are seeds. When we rise up, no weapon can stop us. No wall can block us. No hate can stop love. We are seeds. Yeah, I said we are seeds. Oh yeah. And when we rise up, no weapon can stop us. No wall can block us. No it can't stop love. I said we are seeds.
Summer nights, winter days, falling leaves, budding spring, talking bodies, quiet minds, endless dreams, but this limited time. I just don't get how people do it. Every time I see you, I think I'll lose it. You'd think by now that I'd be used to it. Here I am again, I'm cruising for a cruising. Well, I'm so struck by you. I keep on sending all these signals, hoping that they're going through, and I'm so stuck on you. But you treat me like a shoe and only one of a few. Send that you. I'm so struck by you. Call me dumb, call me crazy, just call me baby. Please tell me you've been thinking about me lately. Ooh, 'cause I sure as hell been thinking about you. Laid out on the line, just tell me what you wanna do. Maybe you just love the games. You don't care about the players. Well, then again, I think I saw you mouth. I'll see you later. Well, I'm so struck by you. I keep on sending all these signals, hoping that they're going through, and I'm so stuck on you. But you treat me like a shoe and only one of a few. I said that you. I'm so struck by you. I'm so stuck on you. I'm so struck by you. Don't care what it is that I've been told. You got my heart held tightly in a chokehold. Don't care what it is that I've been told. Please say goodbye, please tell me I've got you so. Well, I'm so struck by you. I keep on sending all these signals, hoping that they're going through, and I'm so stuck on you. But you treat me like a shoe and only one of a few. I said that you. I'm so struck by you. I'm so stuck on you. I'm so struck by you.
All right. Wonderful. Thank you, Rissy Palmer and Tyler Leb
Yes, thank you.
for those submissions.
Wonderful music. Great start to the show.
Yeah.
We have our next two musicians. Balin Kusi is the first one. I hope I pronounced the name correctly. Excuse me if I haven't. it is my specialty to mispronounce
That's right.
things. So it's because I speak my own fairy language.
That's right.
Anyway, so I'm very excited about this. Balin is an Argentine-American singer-songwriter, a piano player, born in San Antonio, Texas. Her music blends her classical piano upbringing with nostalgic undertones of tango, yay, and classic Argentine Andean folk music, whoa, with notes of jazz and pop. Super exciting. And also exciting, Paul Zarvis is back. He's been one of our regulars on the virtual open mic, and he's a composer, songwriter, pianist from the Albany Capital District of New York area. And the song is called Cloud Walk.
Hey, New York State Music, this is Belen, and this is my song, Alibi. Doing all I can to get by, but I ain't got no alibi for all these tears that I cried. Doing all I can to get by, but I ain't got no alibi, no, for all these tears that I cried. I told him that I loved him, I kissed him like I meant it, but when I came back home, I never felt so alone. His face is like an angel's. I've seen him in 1,000 dreams, and all I want is to believe he sees the woman right before him, somebody to adore him, but all he wants is to relieve his pain. Leave him a bottle and he'll forget your name. Leave him a lighter and you'll go up in flames. Left him a letter he soaked in his tears. The years pass slowly. Doing all I can to get by, but I ain't got no alibi for all these tears that I cried. Doing all I can to get by, but I ain't got no alibi for all these tears that I cried.
All right. Epic. Paul Zarvis on the Nord stage 3 keyboard. Epic sounds. Sounds great. Paul, thank you so much, and hope things are going great at Berkeley. And Belen Cusi, the Argentine folk pop. Wonderful. All right, thank you both. So coming up next, this is a bona fide Club Helsinki open mic hero, Foggy Otis. Foggy's plays the ukulele. In fact, he's known as the king of the ukulele around these parts. And another member of open mic royalty, of course, would be Walter V. Hughes, aka Wally Hughes, who is now 93 years old. Actually, we're going to film Wally this week for next week's show. And so we'll be saying hi to Wally from everybody. But anyway, the reason I mention this is that Wally calls Foggy Hoagie. So this submission from Foggy Otis is under the name Hoagie Otis. Location, living in a land of confusion. Tell us about yourself. I'm 5'6" and a Sagittarius. I like taking long walks on short piers. Go Mets. All right, and the name of the song is Here Comes the Flood. This is a Peter Gabriel ukulele cover. And then we got a very cool video coming to us from Queens. Artist's name is Jason Wicks. Jason has been making movies since childhood, has directed over 30 films and videos. And this is a very vampire-y kind of an affair. So coming at you, Hoagie Otis and Jason Wicks.
And don't forget to send your chats. You can chat to us on YouTube or Facebook.
That's right.
When the night shows and signals grow on radios, all the strange things that come and go as early warnings. Stranded starfish have no place to hide, still waiting for the swollen Easter tide. There's no point in direction, we cannot even choose a side. I took the old track, the hollow shoulder, across the water. On the tall cliffs we were getting older, sons and daughters, the jaded underworld was riding high, and waves of steel hurled metal at the sky. And as the nail sunk in the cloud, the rain was warm and soaked the crowd. Lord, here comes the flood. We'll say goodbye to flesh and blood. If again the seas are quiet and Annie's still alive, it'll be those who gave their island to survive. Drink up, dreamers, you're running dry. When the flood comes, you have no home, you have no walls. In the thunder crash, you're 1,000 minds within a flash. Don't be afraid to cry at what you see. The actor's gone, there's only you and me. use up what we used to be. Lord, here comes the flood. We'll say goodbye to flesh and blood. If again the seas are quiet and Annie's still alive, it'll be those who gave their island to survive. Drink up, dreamers, you're running dry.
All right. Thank you, Jason Wicks. and the inimitable Hoagie / Foggy Otis coming to us from the other side of the river. What do we got next, Ryder?
Well, we have Big Joe Rotowski next. But before we go to him, let me just check the chats. Not very many chats yet, so we hope to hear from you. It cheers us up to hear from you. And you can send us a chat on YouTube or on Facebook. We're hearing from Nia, and we're hearing from Rick Warren. Nia has sent us so many musicians, so thank you, Nia. Rick Warren, you're going to hear him in a couple of videos later in the program. So thanks to those two for sending us messages. So Big Joe Rotowski, if you've been listening to the open mic, you've probably heard him before. He's a musician, husband, father, and teacher, lives in Manhattan and Prairieville in New York. And he has been to the live open mic at Helsinki, live on the stage in the club way back then in another lifetime. And he's been sending us videos almost every week. He's a master clarinetist and multi-instrumentalist. So let's see what he has for us tonight.
All right, a Rotowski interpretation of Jesus Christ Superstar, if I'm not mistaken. Very nice, Joe. All right, coming up next, we have Mick Fury coming to us from Syracuse, otherwise known as Saccharoos. I don't know, but Syracuse, New York. And what can I tell you about Mick Fury? He performed often at the Viper Room in LA, on the Strip, the Sunset Strip in LA. He had a song picked up by the Underworld movie franchise. Interestingly, his self-written song inspired a documentary called Front Porch of America, where he traveled 9,000 miles around America talking to folks about the divide and writing and singing songs about this great land. It was picked up by Roku. The name of the song is The B-Sides, coming to us from Mick Fury in Syracuse. And then after that, I have the pleasure to talk to Peter from New York State Music. New York State Music is a great outfit, does a lot of promotion, very into just what it says, New York State Music, fascinating organization. And they have been working with the Jam for Tots program, which is, I guess, loosely connected to Toys for Tots, or a sub thing of Toys for Tots. And over the years, they've done a lot of concerts around clubs around New York State and had toy collection boxes. It's been very successful. This year, they are doing a virtual campaign, and we will be promoting that on the Tonight Show and then leading in through the holidays. So coming to us from Syracuse, Mick Fury, and then my interview with Peter from New York State Music.
And before we go to that, just a few more chats coming in. Yay. Jane Schaefer.
Hi, Jane.
And Joe Rotowski himself.
Aha.
Alana Meredith, his collaborator.
Hello, Alana.
And we have Judy Doyle listening. So thanks to everyone for sending us messages. We hope to hear from more of you.
Saw four horsemen riding across the sky, and now I'm hiding down below. 'Cause I don't know if it's something I've been taking. Bad news breaking, nightmares shake my soul. It's the time to go. It's a sad state of affairs. It seems like no one cares. There's nothing left in this world to hold on to. It's a sad state of things, but I'm hoping tomorrow brings me one day closer to getting close to you. All any of us can do is make it through. Saw policemen greeting, protesting out in the streets with folks like me. Felt so strange. Feet were pounding, voices sounding. I was there to look around, and what I see is hope for change. It's a sad state of affairs. It seems like no one cares. There's nothing left in this world to hold on to. It's a sad state of things, but I'm hoping tomorrow brings me one day closer to getting close to you. All any of us can do is make it through this socially distant, isolated existence, world that we're living. Make it through something left in this world to hold on to. It's a sad state of things, but I'm hoping tomorrow brings me one day closer to getting close to you. All any of us can do is make it through.
All right. Hello, Peter.
How you doing, Cameron? How you doing?
I'm doing great. So tell me, I'm very curious. I'm looking forward to getting some toys for some kids this season and the intersection of that and music. Tell me a little something about New York State music, please.
Well, New York State music has been around since 2015. We cover music of all genres in every corner of New York State, from Buffalo to Long Island, Plattsburgh to the city, and everything in between. We focus on local bands, live music, and original music in particular, all throughout the state.
Was that an animal?
That was my dog playing with the toy. Yes, that's
That's all right. I got one on my feet too. Actually, he's being good.
Yeah. Yeah, I got two, and they're just waiting their turn to get on the Zoom, so I'm a little impatient. So yeah, for the last 5 years plus, we've been working with local promoters, writers, photographers all around the state to know, who's the next band coming out that we should look out for, what small bands, need promotion. And we still cover all the big events, everything at SPAC and Darien Lake, Randall's Island, Jones Beach, everywhere in between, every place in the city. And we love it because we're really one of the only sites like that in the country, if not the only, where we focus entirely on one specific state. And our state has the best history of music in the country, pound for pound. So I absolutely love it, and it's been a adventure to run.
Oh, very cool. Yes, New York State, pound for pound in the music department. I couldn't agree with you more, man. So at Club Helsinki over the years, we've nurtured a lot of young New York State talent. Felice Brothers, certainly, and a bunch of the who were the young Woodstock musical militia. Geez, I can't think of what's his name. Geez, I lost it. But anyway, a lot of the younger musicians from Woodstock, Connor Kennedy, and all those folks. Connor was playing on our stage when he was 16, and anyway, fascinating. So tell me about the Jam for Tots. What's that? I got a good idea of what you've done in the past. It sounds great.
Jam for Tots started out probably about close to over 10 years ago. Luke Weiler and his band Positive Mental Trip started this. And it was basically, we're going to play a show in lieu of cover, bring a toy. And they would just have one event. And I always loved covering it. I love going there. We get some money raised from the contributors from New York State Music, pick up a bunch of unwrapped gifts for kids and drop them off. And then over time, it was like, you'd see a Jam for Tots pop up here and there. And it was like, well, okay, somebody else is doing this, but what if we just start telling everybody about all of them and coordinate with the promoters? So what we began doing around, I think 2017 was the first year we said, all right, New York State Music, we're going to reach out to some promoters around the state, and we're going to make it so that if you attend a show, please know this is also Jam for Tots. The venue can decide if they want to do a discount, but just bring a toy for a kid, show what we can do in the scene. And last year, I don't have a count on the toys. There was just gigantic pile after pile at multiple events around the state. I think we had 15 different events across New York State last year, going right up until a few days before Christmas when the Marines have their cutoff. So it takes it's our end of the year charity, charitable effort. Even though we're supporting charities like Groove Safe throughout the year, we want to make sure that, especially in a year like this, that even without live music, that we can still round up some toys for the kids in need in a way that is applies to our guidelines for the time being with live music.
Yeah, man, right on. Well, great work, wonderful, and we will promote it on our show and put out the link and donation info. Anything else I need to know about the project?
We will have a more final list later this week. Right now, we have Putnam Place up in Saratoga, the Falcon down in Marlboro. There's a spot in Tannersville. His name escapes me right now. Hilltop in Tannersville, and Stewart House. They're going to have the boxes there. But what I hope to do in Albany, which is what we're doing in Saratoga, as well as out in Syracuse and Buffalo, so that we have something truly statewide, is to have those hybrid restaurant bars that would have live music, but they can at least have some business. We get a box there and we promote them and say, hey, we can't do Jam for Tots. There's no shows, but here's what we can do. Here's some venues, go there and support them. They're supporting Jam for Tots. They're keeping some space open, bring in an unwrapped toy, and then the Marines will pick them up when the Marines pick them up.
Great. Sounds like a plan, man.
That's our plan. Yep. All
right. Well, thank you for doing the work you're doing, and we will do our part on Club Helsinki Virtual Open Mic, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I think you guys might know we have this stream and support series on every Tuesday night, and since I started talking to Nia about the she reached out about something else, and then Jam for Tots just happened to work into the conversation. She mentioned the open mic, so we're sharing that in our streaming support. So you'll be tagged on all of our socials when we share that on Tuesdays. And spread the word and reshare. We love you guys and know how much value you have in the how much value you guys have in the Hudson Valley, especially as a place for up and coming musicians.
Thanks, man. All right. Well, it's great talking to you, Peter, and we'll talk soon again, I hope.
Cool. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you to Peter Mason from, he's the publisher of New York State Music, great organization. Yeah, please check out the link, the Toys for Tots, find out where the boxes are in the area. You mentioned the Stewart House in Athens and close to Hudson. Anyway, I'm sure if you go online and check out Jam for Tots, they will have where those boxes will be located and drop off some toys. So we have great virtual cooperation happening out here in this weird season of COVID. Thank you again, Peter Mason. All right, now we got something real cool and special, right, Ryder? I love this video.
Yeah, so we're going to, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I'm having a kind of interesting oral experience of echoes.
I see. All right.
So first we're going to have the Candy Store, which is made by Lisa M. Thomas of Thin Edge Films. It was shot in Catskill, New York with the Dust Bowl Fairies, as well as a few other wonderful performers, including Randall Martin, the man behind all of the technology making these open mics happening. So you'll see Randall as the jail warden shoving a piece of chocolate candy in John B. Wooden's mouth. And one of my favorite moments of the video. And then we are going to see and hear the Dennis Pohl. He's born in Italy, raised in Greece by a Greek father and Italian mother. He attended the Conservatory of Nakas for 1 year, studied jazz guitar, and so his song is called Motel 1.
this was so bad. Asked the ladies what to do, and this is what they said. Takes a can of gasoline, spread it on the floor. Takes a match, makes a scratch, rock them no more. Hey, takes a match, makes a scratch, rock them no more. Hey, takes a match, makes a scratch, rock them no more.
Once there was a jailhouse. Conditions were bad. Asked the inmates what to do, and this is what they said. Ha ha! Takes a can of gasoline and spread it on the floor. Takes a match, makes a scratch, jailhouse no more. Hey, takes a match, makes a scratch, jailhouse no more. Hey, takes a match, makes a scratch, jailhouse no more.
Once there was a madhouse. Conditions were bad. Ask the patients what to do. This is what they said. Take a can of gasoline, spread it on the floor. Take some match, make a scratch. Madhouse no more. Hey, takes a match, makes a scratch. Madhouse no more. Hey, takes a match, makes a scratch. Madhouse no more.
Hold the one take last.
Wow, what a combination of videos. Hot candy store video by the Dust Bowl Fairies and a cool gypsy jazz acoustic string quartet video with Dennis Paul. All right, wonderful. Love that candy store video, Ryder. So well done. So much fun. Yeah, just great. All right, so our next two, we have a submission from Galen Lee. Galen is a musician and disability advocate. And she won the NPR Tiny Music Desk contest in 2016. She has toured a great deal with her husband, Paul. She's toured 45 states and 9 countries. She has a beautiful sound, traditional fiddle interpretation. She's been on the Moth Radio Hour. And she's currently working on a memoir about her touring adventures and disability advocacy that she plans to release in 2022. And then we got Rick and Marilyn, who are bona fide open mic heroes, played the show many times back in the day. They say we are a more rockin', not Moroccan, but more rockin' folk rock duo, and they are. And they're often seen in the farmer markets and busking around the area, playing Marilyn's original songs and a selection of cover material. So Galen Lee and Rick and Marilyn.
Bound, bound, bound by a thread, going down, down through the ages. You could have stayed, but you came here instead to fill my life's empty pages. Maybe lifetimes ahead, if only love would be our guide. Bound, bound, bound by a thread, going down, down through the ages. You could have stayed, but you came here instead to fill my life. many lifetimes ahead. If only love would be our guide, our guide, our guide, our guide, our guide. If only love would be our
We'll break it down.
All right. Thank you, Rick in Maryland, coming to us, Maryland coming to us from the Hudson Valley. And thank you to Galen Lee. All right, what do we got? Let me see. We have
a lot of chats coming in.
Do we? All right.
Yeah, all of a sudden, a flurry.
A flurry.
Let's see if Atayo's watching.
Oh,
So that's great. It's special. And if Atayo says yes, Rick and Marilyn. So many people come on and watch who used to come to the live open mic, and this is a way of connecting with each other. So good to hear from you, if Atayo. And so many people were enjoying Galen, and let's see, we have Wayne Sheridan now, and Philip Miller. This is his first time watching, and he says, as a newcomer, it's nice to see performances without the poor Zoom audio quality. And then Wayne says, that's all thanks to Randall, our tech wizard.
All right. All right. So, yes, Philip Miller, welcome to the show. Philip's coming up shortly. He's going to be doing a cover tune. I do want to mention we've had a couple of times on our show, we've had YouTube jump in and stop the playing of a cover tune. This is the algorithm that recognizes melodies. So that's something we're dealing with, and it might be taken as an encouragement to submit original material or not. But it's what happens out there, what's happening out there with artificial intelligence and so forth on YouTube. All very interesting to watch it unfold. So anyway, what do we got coming up next, Ryder?
All right, so next we have Tessa Somick. He's from Los Angeles. He's a Chicano poet. He's won the 2009 Oscar, nominated for the 2009 Oscar for Activists. And he's been published in several journals. So we're always so happy to hear from him. It's very intense, fiery spoken word, so prepare yourselves.
That's right.
And then we have Tony Evans, also from Los Angeles. And he was born in a family of musical talent, whose bloodlines include the likes of Sarah Vaughan, Brooke Benton, and Jimmy McGriff.
Wow.
So that's exciting. He loves soul, R&B, and jazz, and he's got a song called My Way for us tonight.
Yes, which is, of course, a Frank Sinatra classic.
Oh,
Okay, so this piece is titled, Let Us Pivot Now. It started with a ride down a golden escalator and ended with a press conference at the Four Seasons Total Landscaping, Seth Feigerman. This is not over, for we shall mount our righteous stand at the Four Seasons Total Landscaping next to Fantasy Island Adult Books, across the street from the Delaware Valley Cremation Center, between the fire extinguisher and the yellow hose. Patton Oswalt. We can finally release the stalwart hold of the dominant big other, coercing us as hostages to the past. The invocation of nostalgic hymnals baptized in the historical trauma of the past the failed regimes of domination that had lost their patronage in the dark corners of socially distributed power? How is the phantasmatic construction of the social real, the relation between discursive articulations and that paradoxical thing which is simultaneously not that hard, impenetrable kernel resisting symbolization, and a pure chimerical entity which has in itself no ontological consistency? What defines the subject or creates it? The symbolic order of the other refers to the external signifying network that determines and may even be said to produce the subject. The other is always lacking, that it does not exist as a close, consistently totality. We often call it nostalgia. Some social legitimized infrastructure that privileges some over others, extracts their surplus and denies them their regenerative power. The symbolic order is built upon and radicalizes the structural linguistics of Saussure and Jacobson, the production of the signified, the logic of metaphor and metonymy, the function of nodal points. The symbolic order cannot be reduced to discourse. The other is language. The description of the social field provided by discourse theory, it's a partial account of the social symbolic order. The social symbolic order allows us to draw upon elaborations of the real and the structure of fantasy. The real, that which is lacking in the symbolic order, every object that we encounter in our collective reality, we must construct as an object of discourse. It must be symbolized. Collective traumas and other contingent events may occur that have no place in a particular social symbolic order. In fact, it follows from the impossibility of discursive closure that there must be exclusions and gaps in every social order, and that they are not accidental but constitutive. The real is the distortion produced in social reality when a given social symbolic order encounters what is impossible for it to symbolize, if it is to remain consistent and intelligible. So we rejoice in the line of escape that domination fails to capture and reduce to extractive surplus. We rejoice in the temporary zones of autonomy where our play and laughter resist symbolization. I listen to Cesaria Évora Saudade because there is absolutely no way I can reduce those Cape Verdean sounds to regimes of signification, and I'm forced to simply relish in the freedom I feel after this.
Much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets I've had of you, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do and saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this, I did it For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who lives. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way.
All right. Thank you to Tony Evans for killing that Sinatra tune, doing it his way. And
Yeah.
Testo Somak coming to us from Southern California with some new production values behind his spoken word. Very cool, Testo. Thank you. And all right, coming up next, we have Philip Miller. He's from Socrates, performer and songwriter from the Hudson Valley, also a video producer, filmmaker, and graphic artist. And he has been producing music videos during quarantine, mostly originals. Tonight, he has given us a cover tune, great song, I'm Your Captain. This will be our last song of the night before our traditional closer, Lightning Rick Warren. So take it away with Philip Miller.
Here's an old one for you. Everybody listen to me and return me my ship. I'm your captain, though I'm feeling mighty sick. I've been lost now, days uncounted, and it's months since I've seen home. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, am I all alone? If you return me to my home port, I will kiss you, Mother Earth. Take me back now to the port of my birth. Am I in my cabin dreaming, or are you really scheming to take my ship away from me? You better think about it. I just can't live without it. So please don't take my ship from me. I can feel the hand of a stranger, and it's tightening round my throat. Heaven help me, take the stranger from my boat. I'm your captain, yeah. I'm your captain, yeah. I'm your captain, yeah. I'm getting closer to my home. I'm getting
All right, thank you, Philip Miller from Socrates. And I neglected to mention, Phil says he has a semi-pro studio called Phil's Collision Shop, producing albums for local musicians. So if you're in that area, check out Phil's Collision Shop. You look awful cozy up there, Ryder.
It's very cozy by the fire.
Yeah.
It's very dark here. I'm in the woods,
Yep.
alone, no animal friends,
I know.
all by myself.
Yeah.
But that's sort of special.
Well, you wear it well.
Thank you.
And yes, just a reminder before we get finished, please check out Jam for Tots. Find out where the boxes are. There are venues around the Hudson Valley that are collecting toys. And it's a great cause and musicians power. So get out there and help with the Jam for Tots program, Toys for Tots. And cool. Well, have a great time up there, Ryder, in your solitude.
Thank you.
You bet. And our traditional closer is going to close us tonight. That's Lightning Rick Warren. We never quite know what he might have for us, but it's always cosmic. And we'll see you. We'll see you next week. Stay safe, everybody. Bye.
Bye.